Whoa. So now you're a hypocrite because now you feel like I've gone OOC on you? Oh, did what I say hurt a little too much for you? Is that just too much of a reality check for you there, Nick? Look, let me tell you a little story about dear old Nick Little Ryan. My displeasure goes beyond what I've said. Let's start off from when I was back in OEW, when you were trying to poach the roster over there. And then what did you do? You said, no, I wasn't doing anything. But when myself and Bar caught you in a lie and said we weren't going to be second fiddle in the middle between you and Daryl, what did you do? You tucked your tail and ran. It was from then on I realized what kind of snake you truly are. Now let's fast forward to the present day where I can name off the things that you have done to other people. Let's say, for example, I've already mentioned beast mode. It's not the first time where the Bully Club has had their issues with you, Nick. Let's go to the land of the UWO when you fucked up the relationship between everybody in WCC and Bar. And then when they came over to FTW, you yet again did the same thing by trying to play the fiddle of trying to get Beast Mode to give up the title that he had made in Zig's honor. You are what we call a piece of shit. Then let's go on to Huckabee. Now, I spoke to Huck a long time ago, actually not too long ago, and he told me that you had tried to ask 3 of his guys to come over to FTW. And when he turned around and said no, you still booked them anyways. I mean, it's a fucking pattern with you. Anytime somebody says no, don't book me, you book them. And it's because you want to bury them or feel like you have to bring in your complex male superiority to show that your dick is bigger than everybody else's. But really and truly, we already know how small of a pickle you really have it. I had promised myself I wasn't going to go too far, but I figured I might as well since I'm already on this bandwagon. So let's keep going down to the fucking road. Let's talk about Bar. Let's talk about the fact that every time he has told you no, you've had an issue with it. And you've taken a shit fit to the point where you were put on post approval because they had asked you kindly to not post early. And then on top of it, you go climb into Boyle's inbox to say you're pathetic and you're petty. That's funny coming from the same person who would probably run them down with his eyes closed. Oh, wait, you've already done that more than once. Let's take Daddy's Corner, for example. When you wanted to get your ass onto the stream and nobody wanted you on there, what did you do? You went and climbed into Glenn's inbox and called him a fucking pussy. Why? Because nobody wants to actually listen to a word you're saying so you can attempt to defend yourself with lies and exposure. Nah, Nick, you don't get to dictate anything anymore. So let's keep going. Let's go down the fact that you tried to run me down. Shall we? How I turned around and I cursed you out because you were a lying sack of shit. You tried to drag Jay Reynolds down. You tried to drag Becca down. And all the while, when I caught you, every single time you tried to lie, you tried to weasel yourself. And the only thing you're possibly able to do is run away and scream, "Oh my God," and have a fucking tantrum that you're snapping. No, Nick. This is your reality check. You have abused your roster. You have abused your admin team, and it's not the first time where anybody has called you out on it. It's been more than once. Hell, if I really wanted to call you, and I don't really want to use his name because it's actually a little salty, I'd probably call you the Josh Byers of FTW, because when you don't like what something happens, you try to attempt to bury somebody. Now, you can go ahead and put me all out there. You can talk about my family, talk about my kids, go right ahead, because we already know what my situation is. It's not like I've ever hidden that. And the only thing that you have written for your 2 hypes is how I should go back to the kitchen where my place is. It just shows how very little imagination that you have to come at me with. I mean, seriously, Nick, if we're going to go down that route, why don't you go back to the kitchen? Oh, wait, I forgot. I'd probably end up puking because, you're going to come climb into my inbox and blame me for Patty being sick, when really and truly you are the fucking problem and not me. Listen, Nick. Your days of terrorizing everybody in the eFed world is coming to a close at some point or another. Everybody is fucking sick of it. I'm sick of it. Derek's sick of it. Boyle's sick of it. Barr is sick of it. Hell, I can run down the entire fucking list of eFedders who just want you to shut the fuck up. Because really and truly, the only thing you're doing with FTW is using it to bury people that you know that you can't challenge on any given day. And really, let's talk about the fact that you love to run away. I mean, I could give you the numbers of people that you have. Rob Roman, you ran away from the World Cup, and you're about to run away from Dustin Woodruff in EWA. So what does that tell you about a person? You say you're all about competitiveness and that you're willing to stay within the lines, and then when somebody actually throws you under the bus, the only thing you know how to do is come after who they love most. Nah, Nick. You see, I'm completely fucking done with you. And by the time I'm done with it, you're probably going to be like, "Oh, this is an OOC shoot on me," and go cry in a corner, because that's what you do. But joke's on you, because the only reason why I'm going this far is so I'm protecting my sister from the piece of shit that you truly are. Now, I'm fucking done.